Joel Embiid ruled out for the season. Man, this guy here, I'm not going to lie to you. This has been a sad, sad story. This kid's story has been a very sad, sad story. He comes into the league. I think he misses his first, not only one, but two seasons. So he misses his first and second season entirely because of injuries, I think. So he doesn't even get to really touch the court at all. It's his third season. He finally gets to touch the court. He does a little good. He balls out a little bit. But the whole time, he's just been a troll, crybaby. Honestly, this has been one of the worst draft picks I've ever seen. Philly kind of dropped the ball. This isn't a slam Joel Embiid thing here, but I just got to keep it real. The guy hasn't lived up to what they wanted from him. He's not that good, in my opinion, to be honest with you. He ducks the Joker in Denver. We all know that. He traded on his France team in the Olympics to join the USA, even though he's not born in America. He just wanted to join us so he can bandwagon on the winning team. He didn't even want to stay with his country and fight with his country in the Olympics. I'm just like, man, I'm sorry, but it's not a whole lot of phenomenal things to say about this guy. He's a troll. All he does is troll. He thinks he's the stuff, but he's not. He's not as good as he believes he is. Will he win a championship one day? Probably not, unless he goes ride somebody's coattail or something like that. Like, unless he goes and be the third or fourth option. But I'm not too impressed by him. Never really have been. Even though there's times he's had tremendous success and he's balled out a little bit, still just something that's, I just never really been impressed by him. I feel like Philly should have kept Ben Simmons over him when they got rid of Ben Simmons. That's a conversation for another day. And that's another thing. You run off Ben Simmons. You let Jimmy Butler walk out the door. The Philadelphia 76ers have just been a joke. The whole time his name has been attached to it. They need to go ahead and get rid of the guy. Philly needs a new lifespan. This year has completely murdered Philadelphia basketball. This year here, they've sunk the ship. I think it's time they clean house, get rid of everybody, even if you give them away. Get rid of everybody in that motherfucker. No, not Tyrese Maxey. Get rid of everybody except Tyrese Maxey, Jerry McClain, the young guys. Get rid of everybody else ass. Embiid, you're out of there. Paul George, you're out of there. All y'all fools is out of there, man. Y'all are out of there. This has been a disaster. It probably will always be a disaster as long as you got Joel Embiid. He's not mature. He's not very good at basketball. He doesn't stay healthy. All he's going to do is talk, yippee, yap, yap, yap. He's going to try to win the comedy contest. But anyway, I don't even want to talk about this anymore. Quick thoughts.